Bucket naked.
Please hit the gym. Please hit the gym, and the pH needs to be balanced as well.
I've been drinking. Can't keep your eyes off my right now.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Welcome back. It's JLerone with JLerone Presents. I am your host, JLerone. Listen, got another video here. It's going to be one of Tommy Sotomayor. He was talking to this young brother online not too long ago. The discussion was about pretty much who has control in a relationship. Like, do overall the man has control in the relationship. The young brother was getting that confused because he was saying that he thought women had control because women, I guess, sometimes can manipulate men into thinking that they're doing things for the man because they love him or they respect him and stuff like that. And he was saying that that was a form of control as well. But what Tommy then was describing was something totally different. This young guy was thinking that since he's being manipulated, then that means that the woman has control, but that's not the case. Manipulation is not a form of a woman really controlling a man. If she does that, if she doesn't love him, if she doesn't respect him. But like I said, the young brother was getting that confused with, just overall, women would do certain things for men that are in control. And when they do it out of love and respect, it's not manipulation. But he was getting it all confused. So we're going to go ahead and get into the video and let you guys hear, a little bit about what they were talking about. If you haven't, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, share. It helps the channel grow. All right. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into it. Fair use, fair use.
You bet. I agree
Well,
with
hold on. You got to set boundaries. Like, you have to set boundaries now. It's even like dealing with the little kid. This is the pathway to your marriage, or when you do get married. That behavior is not going to be accepted.
Corey, but I agree with you. But they got us conditioned from the beginning. That's why they say when we go on dates, we can't talk about certain shit. We can't talk about politics. We can't talk about anything that that you might get a disagreement with the woman about.
You can.
They can't talk about politics because you might be on the opposite side of the fence. You can't talk about religion because you might not be.
So
you could.
That's the first shit I talk about, CJ, when I'm on a date. That's the first shit.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say, why do you even go on dates with women that
hold on.
I'm saying that's what the age-old thing is, that you shouldn't talk about these things when you go on dates with women.
But women should want to hear what you think.
Hold on, Monica.
Age-old
Peter said it. That's the first thing he talks about. One of the things is when you on a date, you talk about what you want to talk about. That's either going to keep her or that's going to chase her away. And you probably didn't need her if she ran away.
Yeah, well, most men ain't trying to give up the pussy that off the first date. Most men ain't looking for why, especially off the first date. Feel me? So they like, all right, okay. In order to get these cheeks, I probably shouldn't talk about politics.
But CJ, I never had them run away. They always got they got wetter when I talked about those things.
Yes.
They got more excited.
Depends on the
But
woman you're
also goes
talking
to
to.
the factor of dick discipline also. Instead of saying I'm trying to and this conquest of getting pussy, trust me, I've been
Oh,
in
we
my
had these
20s,
conversations all the time. Go ahead.
but I've been in my 20s. I've been in my 20s to where I was like this, and guess what? I still stood firm. Just like Peter said, it still gets them wet. What's gonna happen? Either she gonna want to fuck you or she ain't gonna fuck you. Either she gonna want to go out on a second date or she ain't. I used to live by this premise.
Facts.
Most
They ain't
men,
stop me.
most. Go
But
ahead.
CJ,
Sorry.
listen,
Sorry, brother. Go ahead.
I
And a lot of times, and another thing is, most women, if they go out, a woman goes out with you on the first date, and that's the thing. It depends on the woman too, cause some women will go out with you just to get the food, and that's it. They ain't got no interest in you at all. Most women should go out with men like if more than likely if a woman goes out on a date with you, if it's not for food and resources, she's going out with you because she's interested to begin with. If she goes out with you, she's interested. A woman shouldn't make a second date. If she makes a second date with you, then 9 times out of 10, the first date went well. The second date is because she's like, yeah, I'm interested in having sex with you. That's basically what it is. Of course, when men go out with women the first night, yeah, we're interested in you because we see ourselves having sex with you. We might not expect it on the first night, but we expect it. Women go out with men on the first date is because they themselves are interested in you and they can see themselves having sex with you. If they don't, then it's because they just want to use you for resources, right? So the second date is saying, "Hey, I had fun on the first date. I want this second date. I'm interested. I'm definitely interested in having sex with you." Now, as a man, you just got to make sure you don't fuck it up, right? By the third, fourth date, somewhere up in there, y'all should be having sex. Cause no woman should have a third or fourth date with you and not be interested in having sex with you. Cause if that's the case, then definitely she's just out for resources. She's just using you. So, but yeah, so like they were saying, if the conversation is good and you're on that first date and you get a second date out of it, 9 times out of 10, that woman is interested in sleeping with you.
no, I used to live by this premise. They ain't stopped making pussy when they made hers.
I understand that, but most men don't have access to women that you think you might have had. So they not
Well,
trying
that's
to get.
why. Well, hold on a second. That's why you gotta say, I might not have access to everything, but that don't mean I should turn around and take anything. And that's where they know they got y'all. Y'all start saying, we say we just glad that a woman gave us pussy. She got you. What about being glad? Why is she not glad you gave her dick? Well, you say dick dime a dozen. Then that becomes men's fault. That is literally our fault.
Oh, I agree with y'all 100%. I'm not disagreeing with y'all, Tommy. I'm just.
No, I'm not saying you're disagreeing. I'm saying you have to be the one. When we talk about change you got to be the one to say it. I tell them every day. Notice nerds don't worry about pussy, but somebody's still fucking nerds. Think about it. Nerds, we never think of nerds getting pussy, but nerds keep reproducing. Somebody's fucking them.
Bro, and they like it more. I'm telling you, they'll be like, because
No,
women want to be led. They want to be led. It's their nature. They're built to receive and to be led. And so you have to be who you are. You are God. You are a man.
I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that anymore, Peter.
Well, but that's where it all starts.
Women want a man that they can control.
No.
Nah, bro.
There's hood rats that want a man that they can
Let
control.
Tommy handle this.
Yep.
There's hood rats that want a man that they control. You can even look at these women and you ask yourself, why is it that I'll give you a perfect example. A lot of these black women talk to us black men like we ain't shit. And yet Serena Williams sit up there and kowtow to a white boy that's much smaller than her that she could whoop his ass. Why did she do that to him? Why did she sit up there and become a different bitch for him? Those women want to be led. Every woman wants to be able to tell their friends, this nigga got me whipped.
I
they
think
do.
In order to get Tommy, I think in order to get control over that white man, That's the look she believes she has to put
Those
on.
white men be telling them black bitches what to do.
I think the black bitch be telling the white man.
Really?
Where does he get this? At?
Okay. So you think Eve telling that billionaire what to do?
Yes.
Give me what tells
Most
you.
Now, right here is where he gets tripped up at, because Tommy's going to ask him to give him an example, right? And the thing is, a lot of guys, y'all just be talking. Y'all will say things, but then when you're asked to give a specific example or to define what you're saying, y'all can't do it. And it's the same thing with this young brother. He's being asked in what situation or what scenario is Eve controlling her husband, and he couldn't give an answer. And he did this more than once. So we're gonna listen.
Hold on. Tell me what makes you believe this.
Most women running these men in relationships.
No. I ask you simply, what have you seen in their relationship that appears she runs it?
Can't give you anything.
Sure can't. See how that works? That is unmanly for you, no offense, for you to say what you're saying without gathering any evidence.
Right.
Well, I'm saying what I'm saying, and I'm going to give you evidence. Eve got tattoos because she wanted them. Eve, for this white man, got them lasered off. Eve had no children. The white man had 4. Eve became the white man's children's nanny before getting her own. Eve had left her Philly accent to now sound like a Valley girl.
Yep.
How could you look at that and think that she's the lead? Please explain to me how the woman has changed her life and the white man is still who he was. When you look at Serena Williams, who changed? The white man she's with or her? Which one of them changed?
Serena Williams.
Why would you believe she's leading the relationship then?
Because I would change little things about me to gain full control over you.
You hear what he's saying? He's basically talking about that's like a form of manipulation. Change, you know what I'm saying? You're being sneaky and underhanded. That's not control.
So what you're doing then?
That's a
Well, this is
female
why
behavior, bro.
I'm not trying to be funny, but
female
sir,
energy.
that's why you're in the position you're in. You're saying things that are really stupid. Because if that's the case, they would have changed for every man they were with.
Yep.
So explain why they didn't change for the other men.
They don't have to change for the men. For those
Why
men,
not? Wait a minute,
because
why
they
not?
can control them without changing.
Wait a minute. Why didn't they have to change? You said they control them. Give me examples of them controlling them.
Black men are in a matriarchal society.
No, I said give
so
me.
we are
Oh my God! I said give me examples of. You will be able to give me direct examples of her controlling the other man she was with. Show me how she controlled Drake. See, when you don't have answers for these things, what I'm trying to tell you is
just talking.
It's unscientific when you start throwing out results and you can't tell me how you got the result. You should not. You should not even want to do that. You should feel odd if you can throw out where you've gotten to, but you have no. I stopped here. We went there. Hence, that's why I figured that's where they're going. And that's one thing where we mess up as black men. And that's how, even though white men look weaker than us, that's how they beat us. Because when they talk to their woman, they talk to their woman step by step by step. You know who else does that? A pimp. A pimp tells you, we're going to end up here. Why do you think the women follow him?
Yep.
Because he done gave you a roadmap. He telling you where we going. There are women who are listening in the comment section right now. They can tell you if I'm lying or not. It is something about a nigga that's telling you where we going versus a nigga that's asking you where you want to go. That's attractive to them. It don't matter that he a lame. Is he a lame with a mission? And that's what them nerds. Nerd is going to tell you, I got to go to work. Nerd don't miss work because you got pussy.
Right.
Your pussy ain't that good for him not to go into the office and do the. He got. They got a rollout of MVS 0360 today. They got a rollout of PeopleSoft today, and I got to be there. He ain't missing it because your pussy. You can offer him as much head as you like. Nerd is going to work.
He's going to work. Yeah. And that's the definition of a leader. So a lot of these women say they want men that lead, But when they get one, then they either he's soft or they'll say that he's demanding or controlling, right? It's like they say they want one, but when they get one, they don't know what to do. They don't want to listen, right? But yeah, it's like you said, a man is gonna lead no matter what. It's just you have to be the type of woman that's gonna follow him. And a lot of hyenas don't, you know what I'm saying? The ratchets, they're not gonna listen. You know what I mean? For no man, it don't matter if you got money or not. They're not gonna listen. It's like you see all these rich women, like what's her name? Xavier Worthy, that chick Tia, the track star. See what she did to him, right? He got money. See how she did him? You see how Amber Heard did Johnny Depp? It doesn't matter, man. If it depends on the woman. If she's a lady, she's gonna listen. She's gonna follow. If she's not, don't no matter how much money you have, she still gonna act ratchet.
It's going to be there when you get home. What
Thank you.
do I need to stay? I need to go get this bread. I got to go scrape somebody.
Pussy gonna be here when I get home.
Exactly.
Come on.
My question is though, Tommy. Wait.
That's
did
right.
But it's for Eve or any of the. Did she remove her tattoos before she got with her white man or after?
No, it was after.
So she didn't have to do it to get the white man.
So listen to what
So
you
do-
hold
so-
on.
so wait,
That's
wait.
hold on. That's the point.
So do you
That-
think when she got in a relationship, the white man told her to remove the shit and stop doing certain things?
Here's
Or
what she
said,
realized,
"I
and
feel
the
like I
thing
gotta
about
do
me,
it."
He didn't have to
sir,
say
I can
it.
explain it to you. When you are a certain man, and the alpha man will tell you, there's shit I don't have to say. This bitch figured out pretty quick.
Yep.
You see the other bitches in the circle, why would you not match them?
You gotta fit in.
You see how everybody else is dressed? I ain't got to tell you how to dress. What I look like. See, niggas, we be arguing with our bitch about how to dress.
Tommy, then how would she get access if how would even give her a chance if she knew? If you
I'm
knew what she
trying to
was?
explain to you. There was an understanding. She can't change overnight, but he didn't let her become wife until he saw everything I'm trying to do, this bitch is trying to do it. It is one of the great, it's how you end up. A lot of men, listen, there's a lot of women that's hoes, but there's a lot of men that done married hoes because that hoe saw them and saw a reason not to hoe no more. Like for literally, like something about him made her say, I want to be whatever he want me to be. Fuck what I was. I want to be led.
I can control a man with power.
Cause
I
she
can control the
she
man
sees
with
where he's
Whatever
going.
you want to
What's
call
all
it.
his
That's why I
hope?
got power.
She sees where he's going, and in order for her to get there alongside him, she has to change. She has to make that change. Is a lot of women don't have the initiative to do what they need to do to change, to be a part of that man's life and to go where he's going. They'll rather, be rude and balk and do it. He's going right, they want to go left. And that's why a lot of times they left by the wayside, and then they feel in some type of way, and then they try to blame it all on the man. But they're the ones that wasn't listening.
I got power so
that's
you can
what I'm
feel
saying.
like you
So the
want to
women
control
are
me.
in control.
Like
Well,
you're
that's
arguing. I'm
that's
sorry,
my
but
argument.
listen, you're arguing stupid stuff. I got power so
was
you'd
it
want to
stupid,
do that.
Tommy?
No, listen to me. I got power so you'd want to do that. What is the fucking reason I have this power? Well, seriously,
Understand
what is
that.
the
I
fuck?
understand
Don't
that.
you think my secretary is being nicer to me than she'd be nicer to somebody who didn't have this power? You don't think when I go to the restaurant that they're being nicer to me than if I didn't make this money? Seriously?
Wait, ask the question.
If when I go to a restaurant, you don't think that they're treating me better than they treat somebody else at the same seat?
Yes,
Why?
because you have power or resources.
So exactly.
money,
So
yeah.
that's the reason I have it. So what I'm trying to, that's why I explained to you, the nerd goes and get the power. He said a woman will come with me.
Yep.
Tommy, my argument is if the women change little things, she says he has power. If I change these little things, I can control this man with power. That's the whole argument I'm presenting.
How is she
Tommy.
controlling him?
Yeah, how's she
How
controlling
does
him?
she control him?
She lives the life that she want to live. She get her life financed.
That's
Most
not
likely
control.
she'll
Okay.
show
That's
So
not
let me ask you,
control.
if I hire you to work for me, do you control me?
No.
You just said she gets to live the life she wants to live. That is not control.
Most women are in control, Tommy. That's my point.
Okay,
But
you just
how?
say
You
words, but you don't explain what the word
Right,
means.
he's not
Why is it
explaining.
that I explain to you what things mean? You just say words. A simple thing, you'd be able to explain to me how she's controlling him. Tell us.
You not well. You all you said was she took off tattoos. She took
You
off
said,
tattoos.
no,
and changed her voice.
not gonna let you do that. You said she's controlling. You need to tell me how. Even if I don't agree with it, you need to tell me how. You just told me all I said. Well, that means I said something. Whenever somebody starts a sentence with all you said, that at least you said something.
Right.
So why don't you all you said back to me? Do
But
what
you-
I did. Come up with some bullshit.
But
Come up
young-
with something stupid. Come up with something as lame.
Yeah, the young buck ain't saying nothing. He's not saying anything. He's throwing something out there, but he can't substantiate what he's saying. He's just talking, but he can't point out a specific way or reason that this woman is in control.
Is what I did. But come up with something.
He almost did the idiocracy. He did the idiocracy.
Yeah, I just need you to come up with something, man.
Okay.
He said, even if it's bullshit, make up
If a
something.
woman has control over you, you gave it to her.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta let him finish. If she got control over him, please explain how she has it.
What time we go ham right now?
No. You know I talk like this.
I think women control relationships. Women get to
He's saying the same
No,
thing.
sir. Not gonna let you do it. You said that I gave you specifics to them, didn't you? You didn't like it, or you said it wasn't that great. But I gave you specifics. You said she's only doing this to gain power over him. Tell us what is the power she has over him. That should be very simple. You were very adamant about that she has it. You mean to tell us you don't want to educate the class? You don't want to bring us none of that snack you eating? You the only one that got a Fig Newton? You want to share with the class? Please share with the class. Let us know how she's over him, how she's exerting her power over him, please.
Do you think these women tell the men what to buy, when to buy it, how much to spend, or do you think the men make most of these decisions?
Well, what
I'm
you
talking about
did?
business-wise. I'm
Well,
talking
hold
about,
on.
like-
Here's what you did again. Apparently, you couldn't do it. So what you did was you went to this nebulous, all women do this.
Well, I don't know the ins and outs of the
Hold on,
relationship, Tommy.
hold on. But you would be, if I'm going to say someone's controlling someone else, at that point, I would either go from what I see on the surface. I can't just say it because that's a female. That makes no sense. Let me explain to you. I had a girl who had a really good job, made about $200,000 a year. She used to give me her entire check. Let me fuck her, her sister, and whoever else I wanted to fuck. Would find bitches for me to fuck. Now, would you say, since she a female, she had control over me? Or would you probably tell her, why you letting this nigga do all this shit? Be honest.
I would say the latter.
That's my point. So we can say then, not every one of these situations are the same, so let's deal with them individually. That's why I didn't tell you a specific or in general how men and women deal with each other. No, I said what I see from what I saw her dealing with other people to what I see and how she's dealing with him. Now, those other men that she was dealing with, they had some money too. Did they have as much money as this billionaire? No. But they had money. She dealt with plenty of men that had money. One of those men was Stevie J. Stevie J been get a lot of bitches to do a lot of things. She was with Stevie. She didn't change for Stevie. Now, like you said, maybe she didn't have to, because Steve was just hitting that back out.
And Stevie J caught up with in his Diddy shit. Ain't Stevie J one of them?
Exactly. But the white man said, no, I need every woman around me. And he probably did that. And let me tell you something. Peter noticed, white men typically are very upfront with that part. They'll tell a woman, well, you can be in this spot, but if you want to get to another spot, I'm going to need to see something else. They kind of let them know. And those women know what hoops they need to jump through to get to that point. But they let them know. And so you don't think this man told her, Yeah, I'm just skeeting in your face, blackie, right now, because I like black pussy. I like putting my cream in some coffee. He probably even set it up real smooth and said, I don't think I'll ever see myself having a serious relationship with a black woman. You know what saying shit like that to a woman make her do? Try to change your mind.
Yep.
Try to get the control.
Nope.
They want to change your mind because they want to get what they thought they couldn't get. Women are bigger competitors than men. Tell a woman she can't have nothing. That's what they're going to try to go get. They're like children. That's why I describe them as adult kids. If you listen to the beginning of the show, what did I say? Best way to get kids to do something is tell them they can't. They think you're hiding something from them. They think you're keeping something from them. If you tell a woman who you just fucking that you don't want a serious relationship, she goes out of her way to try to prove you do. It's not control. It's her trying to establish that she was able to change your mind, that she means something to you that others didn't. It makes them feel special. That's why they like trophies for the most beautiful girl. But they like these trophies. It makes them feel good. A ring is another trophy for a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
If you offer it to her, you just devalued it. Oh, y'all didn't hear me. Let me say it again. If you offer this woman that trophy and she ain't even trying out for it, you just devalued it.
Yep.
Every time I've tried to marry a woman that didn't see marriage as a thing, I was a lame.
Yep.
She thought I was a lame off top. You a lame nigga. Why you trying to marry me? It's other niggas that's fucking and skeeting in my face and ain't offering to marry me. What is wrong with you, nigga? Why would you want to marry me? You don't know what I am? Well, guess what that white man told Eve?
And that's why a lot of men get played, because they'll go ahead, marry a woman who ain't trying to be married. She'll marry him because she see he's a sucker and take him. Now he bitter. Because he was trying to marry a woman who didn't want to be married.
I know what you are. You know how much that hurts a woman's ego when you tell them I know what you are? Why do you think, and this is a big one, why do you think Cardi B left a husband who married and had children for her because he was cheating for a man who's actually cheating on her and won't marry her in Stephon Diggs? So you left a husband who married you to be the girlfriend of somebody who's cheating on you. He won't even claim you as his girlfriend. You'd rather be in that situation?
Oh, shit.
Well, because once dude married her and went through all them hoops, well, something about that seemed anticlimactic to a woman. Why do you think 70% of divorces are initiated by women? They just wanted to get the ring. They're not happy no more once they got it.
That's why when you date a woman, you just hang out, have fun, and hook up. And you don't ever say, oh, I want you to be my girl. You let her say that to you.
Yeah, that's right.
I agree with you. All right, but
she got to tell you she want to be your girl. You every time you tell her you want her to be your girl, she's fucking a nigga who won't ever say it behind your back.
He's calling them right after that, and she said, I need to go get my back blown out by fucking Tyrone.
Oh, shit.
So I didn't put my argument out of thin air, feel me? My argument comes from the premise that women are in control of most of these relationships. I don't know about Eve's relationship in particular, or Serena Williams' relationship in particular.
They're over some parts of the relationship. Like when you say, where's the money going? Somebody who's a billionaire like that, she's not telling him where those billions are going. She don't even know how to spend $1 billion.
Right.
But she get to dictate what she want to buy, when she want to.
Yes, the same way my daughter gets. Well, hold on.
Right.
But it's the same way my daughter gets to dictate it.
It's not control.
But I think you get more say so in saying no to those.
Listen to me. It's the same way my daughter dictates it. My love for this individual, men will sacrifice their life for the woman they love. So giving her a little bit of money out of my billions isn't very important to me.
Right.
Her happiness is important to me.
Right.
She's not controlling me.
I believe that's control.
How?
How is that not control, Tommy?
Hold on, wait a minute. I said her happiness makes me happy. She doesn't control me.
And if she knows this, and she says, "Hey, if my dad likes me being happy, and if I know that if he gives me this car, and he's gonna get it because he wants me to be happy, that's me controlling you or manipulating you or whatever you want."
Yes, but hold on a second. But now you're discounting this thing called love and respect.
Yep.
My daughter
Not
loves and
disappointed,
respects
Tommy.
me. Hold on. I've told people this since she was little. My daughter has had access to a lot.
Yeah, that's like a woman. If you, I think he's gonna talk about, but it's like if you got money and you just spending it, and you just going down through it, and that woman is letting you go down through it without saying, "Hey, you spending too much money. Let's cut back. Let's try to save some." If she's not doing that, then that's not the woman for you. That woman will watch you burn through your whole your whole stash and just sit there and just enjoy it and take what she can get. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think he's going to get into that too. So hold tight.
A lot of things. Do you know my daughter says to me, she'll put stuff and say, that's too expensive. I offered to buy her things and she said, that's too expensive.
Sometimes they say, yeah.
Why does she do that? It's the same way of why a man would turn this woman into his wife. Corey will tell you, Corey probably made that woman his wife because she was able to tell him, we ain't spending your money on that.
Yep. I could understand that, and I agree with you with that. But
That's how Eve, I'm telling you, Eve changed. That's why he made her, whether it's real or not, Eve became the person who, just like, look at Bill Belichick. That young girl Bill Belichick with is being real smart. She 40 or something stupid years younger than him. That woman is not requiring him to do anything. She even openly said, oh no, I got my own money. She may be playing the role, but that role makes him feel comfortable with giving her the keys. Because that's all men want. Men make all the money we make, one, so we can show off in front of other men.
Just
But
make them
two,
comfortable enough to give you the keys.
Huh?
That's all my argument is. It's they want to make you comfortable to give you the
yeah,
keys.
but if that,
And who's
but
in
you're
control,
saying it
Tommy?
as,
The
hold
person with
on.
the keys or the person without the keys?
Wait a minute, but you're saying this as if this person, do I not give my chauffeur the keys? Ooh.
Yes, and who's in control of the car then?
Okay.
And who's in control of the car then, Tommy?
They don't have
hold
the title. They don't have
Jesus
the deed.
Christ.
They don't have the
Thank you.
access to
Who's
the
in
bank.
control of the car? Without the
He
title,
doesn't-
the act, the deed, all of that nonsense, they don't need that to
He
control
doesn't
the
get
car.
I
it.
can literally
have the
take
control of the
this
car
from
now.
them
You
just
gave
like
me
I
the
can do with
keys.
my child. I can rip it from you.
But you
Right.
love me so much that you won't.
Nobody's saying that. Bro, now you're just adding things. Nobody's saying I love you so much that I'm going to let you ruin me.
Well, I'm not saying.
That's simp behavior.
I just told you.
That's how
I'm
dudes get
letting
played.
you do this, but you're constantly under the feeling of, I got to prove myself. That's what most men with money do. They keep everybody else feeling like they got to prove themselves. I never let you reach the goal. You got to constantly prove yourself.
Yep.
give you that.
A smart man does. We were literally just saying, once you make somebody believe there's nothing left to do, they ain't doing shit.
I'll give you that.
The driver knows you can replace him. Hell, that's literally why Kobe Bryant dead. Because the pilot was afraid of telling him no. That's literally why Aaliyah's dead. Because the pilot was afraid of telling him no. When you got a wife, he got a wife that knows right now the fact that he with a black bitch. You know what every other black bitch trying to do to Eve, that Eve know? That every other black bitch trying to take your white husband. You don't think he makes sure she know this? She see it every time she get online. Somebody is willing to step in your place if you fuck up. And he got enough money where he can pay you to go away.
I agree with that.
Think about it. He's so rich, he could pay you to go away. Because he done did it to some other bitches. That's why he got them kids.
Tommy, can you tell me about the Eve situation?
Okay, we're gonna stop it right there. They're about at the end, but yeah, Tommy's absolutely right. And what he was talking about here about the men having the money to make women go away, same thing that just came up with Anthony Edwards and this Aisha Howard chick. He just cashed her out almost $2 million. Was it $1.8 million? You know, come out to be $5,000 a month for the next 18 years. He just cashed her out, right? Saying, no, we're not going to go back and forth, child support court, increases and all of that. Now, who's to say it might not happen later on down the line? It could happen, but as of right now, he cashed her out. So any judge will see that and be like, well, shit, hey, you good. You know what I'm saying? He put forth this, you know what I'm saying, for the kid. So you shouldn't have a problem with it, right? So same thing here, man. Guys with money, they pretty much call the shots. They say he who has to go, he who has the gold rules, right? You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Y'all know what I mean. But yeah, it's like the young cat didn't realize he's thinking a form of manipulation to a certain extent is control. But it's not. It's not. I mean, you know what I'm saying? A woman can sit up there. The man still has to make the decision. No matter what the woman's doing, the man still has to make the decision. Oh, if I'm going to let this happen, right? So it ain't. She can try to manipulate a little bit here and there, but in the end, the man still called the shots. The man is in control. So, but yeah, the young guy just he wasn't understanding, and the fact that he couldn't give a legitimate example of how Eve was being in control of her billionaire husband. He couldn't give an example of how Serena Williams was in control of her relationship. He was just saying, like, somehow in his head women have control. No, they don't. They can manipulate and use a little bit, but they are not going to be in control. Now, if they got a simp or a beta, then yeah, these hood rats, yeah, they can probably manipulate them type of dudes. But Eve is not in control of her relationship. Serena ain't in control of hers. So you guys, you guys, let me know what y'all think about this video. Drop some comments down below. It's your boy JLerone with JLerone Presents. You guys, please be good to yourselves by all means. Let's be good to one another, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Ha 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 ha!